Jesus' disciples asked him which commandments they should follow of the 10 commandments that we've all heard of from the Old Testament. And he basically says, you know what, forget about that. There's just two. Love God and love your neighbor as yourself. Love God and love neighbor as yourself. Loving God means loving truth itself. So stop lying, for example. Commit to honesty. That's one of the most important things that you can do. If you're still lying to yourself or others, stop doing that. Commit to telling the truth. Commit yourself to this path of awakening. It sounds kind of grandiose. I've heard people say, there's no path, it's just, it already is. No, it means the things that you do. I mean, it's like you're in a dream and you're taking steps in the dream to wake up. So it's like saying, well, those steps aren't real, so there aren't any, so just kick back and don't worry about it. No. Wake yourself up. You're hearing something. Wake up. The awakening comes from beyond the dream, but it manifests as things that arise in this worldly dream state. So loving God is, in a sense, loving truth in all its forms. Loving your neighbor is being kind. It's seeing your neighbor as yourself. The open secret that's hidden within that saying is your neighbor is yourself. That the essence that I am is the same as the essence that you are. And that when we share that, we call that love. And it's beautiful, it's brilliant, and that's what we're meant to do here, is share the chalice. Make of thyself a vessel. Let yourself be used. Take care of yourself. I don't mean used like abused or misused. Loving God and loving your neighbor as yourself is the path, really. The only thing you take with you is how much love you have realized in your lifetime. Love being the recognition of your true nature and shared with others. That's the purpose of it. That's the chalice. That's the grail. And in a sense, it's given and it's received. You give the gift of receiving and you receive the gift of giving. You share. That's love. That's what this is. If we're caught up in illusions, we think we know things and we're puffed up with ego, it's harder to love. It gets distorted. Just work toward being more honest and more faithful and in strengthening your relationships and your ability to be with people. Waking up is not a solitary exercise. It is something you do for yourself, but you're doing it for yourself for the sake of others. So it is a compassionate activity. You free yourself first so that you can free your friends. That's what you do. If you try to free your friends without freeing yourself first, it's not going to work. So wake yourself up and then help others wake up. That's how it is. You don't do it because you should do it. No one's making you do this. It's beautiful. There's no judgment. You do it because you're called, because you sense or feel or intuit, or perhaps you've realized to some degree this indescribable beauty that we are, and you want more of it. Maybe you don't know how, or maybe you're practicing, you're doing what you can. This channel is here to help give you ideas of what to do next, as well as provide an access point for that wisdom that's transmitted in stillness. That's always going on, even when the words are being said. The I am that we are, the being that we are, knows everything, but that's because it is everything. See, it's knowledge through identity. It is. It already is. When we try to grasp, it implies that we don't already know by virtue of being. It implies that we are not it when we are it. So we learn to relax that part. Waking up is just realizing that essence, and then we use words because that's part of what we have to help. But the words themselves are really just pointers.